We're still in the land of our captivity today. They get to trot up and down here on stolen land like it's a game. They think it's funny. They look down upon us still. They look at us like we're the ones that have committed the atrocities, the genocides around the earth, when it's really them.
But as long as we sit back and we point the finger, that is exactly what's going to happen.
Too hot.
We truly believe in this thing, man.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
And we truly believe that the Lord gonna come back, destroy the nations, and we gonna round them up, right? We gonna put them in slavery, and we gonna rule over them, man,
That's
forever.
right.
And we truly believe in this thing.
Bring it
right?
out.
We're not half-assing it, right? We not.
Look, he said he's gonna leave your name for a curse. So when I ask how y'all nationality, you know what y'all said? Oh, I'm black, or I'm black, or I'm brown, or I'm a African American, or I'm an American black. No, that's a curse. He said he's gonna leave your name for a curse. He's gonna leave Israel for a curse.
To you, man. So people think that they got wisdom of this world because they know trigonometry, because they know geometry.
Right.
That's not the wisdom of the Lord, man. The Lord don't care about anything in Babylon. He doesn't care about being able to finesse people, to be able to get over on people, to apply usury to people.
Gonna have that demon. When you go home for throwing that down, the Most High, next time you look at a cigarette, it might make you throw up.
Right.
Next time you might think about something, the Most High put a spirit on you that you don't ever think about doing that again, brother.
Right.
So you gotta have faith and fear in the Most High that when you go home, you will never do these things again.
That's right.
All of this would have been for a waste, brother. It's a little darker today. 11.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2 and verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die.
Say curse God and die. Hey, because when times get hard, some people don't know how to endure the affliction that you go through. They can't even bear to see you go through it. Hey, why do you still stand on the morals you got when nothing in your life is going right? Hey, our people can't stand to see things like that. They don't understand how you can still stay strong in the faith. Hey, but that's what you get through reading the precepts. You get accounts of our forefathers to lift you up through the spirits when you are feeling weak, right? Read.
It's like, it says, then should I have yet. You want to start at 9 again? Oh, slide. Said, then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die.
Right.
But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speak.
Hey, you speak as one of the foolish women speak. You speak as someone whose heart is not after the Lord. You speak as someone who doesn't understand the things that we go through. Hey, because it's a just balance and everything, right? You don't always get good. Hey, sometimes you get plagued with bad stuff, and you might not have done nothing wrong, right? But these are trials and tribulations that we have to go through, and more now so in the end days that we're approaching. Read.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of Yahweh, and shall we not receive evil?
Hey, so we don't receive everything good. Hey, because everything in Job's life was going according to plan, man. Job didn't have any issues. Everything that Job had, hey, he was prospering in the land. Hey, cattle was in abundance, had plenty of servants. Hey, had all the money that you could know. Hey, everybody in that side of the region knew who Job was, respected Job. Hey, and then one day everything came tumbling down, man. Jump up to 1 and 20.
The book of Job, chapter 1 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped.
Hey, so when everything was going bad, hey, the people came up to Job, the pack. Hey, telling them the bad things that was happening. Hey, some people, hey, they so weak in the spirit, they'd have gave up the ghost from that. Hey, they not strong enough. It's a literal thing. People have actually died from heartbreak. You know what I mean? That's scientifically that is happening. You know, the things in your heart they sever and you give up the ghost, man. Hey, all your cattle got took. And in the midst of someone telling you that, hey, all your children died. Hey, in the midst of someone telling you that, hey, all your servants died in battle. Hey, the house got burnt down. Hey, some people would have gave up the ghost. But what did Job do? Read that again.
It says, then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped.
And he worshiped. That's the first thing Job did. He went and called on the name of the Most High. He didn't cry, whoa, why me, Lord? Why? Oh, nothing goes right for me, Lord. What did I do to deserve this? He read on. He went and worshiped the Lord.
And said, naked came out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away.
The Lord has given, and he has taken away. Hey, sometimes the Lord gives and he takes away as he pleases, man. You don't have to do anything wrong. And if we're doing that kind of joke, he didn't do anything wrong. Read it out of Proverbs 11:1.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
Hey, a false balance is an abomination unto the Lord. You gotta have the good with the evil, the yin and the yang. You read?
But a just weight is his delight.
Hey, but a just weight is his delight. Hey, that's a balance. You know what I mean? Hey, you gotta have the good with the evil. Hey, it's trials and tribulations for every man upon the earth. You going back to the yeah, keep reading.
And the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. In all this, Job sinned not.
Job sinned not. Who has enough strength in the spirit to say that? After everything that you just had went wrong, blessed be the Lord. Hey, if it's other Lord, it's other Lord. Give me 1 Samuel 3:18. Give me Sirach 41.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 40 and verse 1. Great travail is created for every man.
Great travail is created for every man. Can you see what the definition of travail is? Hey, the great travail is created for every man. Now we gotta kind of go into what some of these words mean, man. Hey, some people just skip over what they is.
Travail, painful or laborious effort.
Hey, so painful and laborious effort. Yep.
The synonyms is a tribulation, trials and tribulation, hardship.
Hey, hardship. Hey, hardship is created for every man. Go back to the Sirach.
Sirach 40 and 1. Great travail is created for every man.
Great hardship is created for every man, like what Job was going through.
And a heavy yoke is upon the sons of Adam. From the day that they go out of their mother's womb to the day that they return to the mother of all things. Their imagination of things to come and the day of death trouble their thoughts and cause fear of heart.
Hey, so from the day we born to the day we go back, it's gonna be hell. And until we get to the kingdom, man. Hey, it's in the scriptures. So we gotta learn how to deal with the hell that we're gonna go through. We gotta take it truthfully. We gotta take it on the chin. Hey, because it's not something that the Lord gives you that you can't handle, man. So we gotta handle these things truthfully. Hey, we gotta, hey, you might be mad at something for a few minutes, man. Hey, but you gotta get over that. You gotta dust yourself off, tie up your boots, and get back out there, man. Hey, cause Esau, hey, he's looking for you to slip. He's looking for you to be down in the lower state. So he can put a foot on your neck even further, man. Moab looking for it. All of them look for you to be desolate so they can keep ruling in the kingdom that they set up, for you to be on the bottom, and then to be over you and make fun of you at every point. Bring this 1 Samuel.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 3, verse 18. And Samuel told him every whit and hid nothing from him. And he said, it is the Lord. Let him do what seemeth him good.
Hey, so he said, let the Lord do what seemeth good. Hey, and what he told him wasn't nice, man. Hey, the things that he told him, hey, no man will want to hear. Hey, your kids and your kids after you, man, they gonna perish. Who wanna hear that? Who wanna hear the downfall of them and be able to be like, hey, that's the other Lord. Let the Lord do whatever he seems good, man. How many people are man enough to sit up there and do that? Who is strong enough and strong-willed to be like, hey, man, if this other Lord, hey, who can overchange it? Some people try to change the Lord will, man. It can't be changed. Hey, if it's set in stone, it's set in stone.
That's right! Bring it out!
Give me Iraq 24.
Bring it out, my brother.
God.
Bring it out, my
This
brother.
is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Take what?
Take cheerfully.
Take sorrow.
Take cheerfully.
Ooh, what was me spirit?
Take cheerfully. And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
You gotta be patient when you change to a lower state. You gotta be willing to endure the affliction, man. Hey, cause this is a light thing to the Lord. Give me 2 Corinthians 4 and 15. And go back to Job 2 and 10.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish woman speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of God? And shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips?
Hey, cause like I say, Job knew. Job had the spirit of the understanding to know that you're not gonna receive all good without evil, man. He had the spirit to, hey, you gotta endure the afflictions that we gotta go through. Hey, so how much better are we than Job? Job went through hell, man. We didn't go nearly what Job went through. The boils all over his body. Hey, sleeping hurt. He couldn't even get a good night rest, man. Hey, some of y'all are crying about a job, man. And you go home and you sleep on a king size mattress, maybe $500, $1,000, $1,500. Pussy sheets. Hey, the brother had a hard time sleeping, man. Everything he had was took from him. Right? Bring it over there.
The book of 1 Corinthians. Look at 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 16. Wherefore I beseech you, be ye followers of me. For this cause have I sent you. Second Corinthians chapter 4 and verse number 16. For which cause we faint not, but though our outwardly man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction,
For our what?
for our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
Hey, so the light affliction that we got is working for us for a far more eternal glory that we got coming to us, man. Hey, and that's the kingdom that we got coming to us. Hey, we building our treasures up in heaven, like the brothers always say. That's the exceeding glory that we're looking for. And Job knew this. Why would I curse the Lord? What good do I get out of even cursing the Lord? What comes back on that? And I'm just gonna keep getting evil from there on out. Or what? I can take it cheerfully. I can take this thing privately, not knowing. Hey, I didn't do anything wrong, man. Hey, some people, this is just the condition of the battle that men have to fight. Give me 2 Ezra 7 and 57. It's the condition of battle that some men gotta fight, man. Our people gotta learn that. Not everything is because you did something, man. You don't always gotta boo-hoo about everything that you do. Take stuff cheerfully, learn from it. It's a learning experience. You ever heard that in the world? Stuff is a learning experience. Hey, try to gain something from what you just learned. I'm in this lower state. Let me figure out how to work my way out of it. Don't you gotta be tried as real gold through the fire? How do you do that if you never went through affliction? How do you do that if you never went through trouble? Read.
The book of 2 Ezra, chapter 7 and verse 57.
Bring it out.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight. That if he be overcome, he shall suffer as thou hast said, but if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
So when you're going through the trouble, you're just gonna lay on your back? Like a backsliding whore, you're just gonna lay on your back, take it, or you're gonna get back up, man. Hey, you're not just gonna lay there and sit down and take it and let Satan have his way with you. You're not gonna let Satan have his way with you. You're gonna figure out how to get back on your feet. you're gonna figure out what you need to be doing to serve the Lord more and more, man. You know, Romans 12:12.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 12 and verse 12. Rejoicing in hope.
What?
Rejoicing in hope.
You gotta have hope. With all the stuff, even the bad stuff that come to you, you gotta be hopeful, man. I know brothers got testimonies up there. We've all been through stuff where we was tried through the face, but you had to have hope that the Lord was gonna get you through these things, man. Hey, my testimony, man, I had something that wouldn't even have nothing to do with me, but since the name was tied to my account, man, they wiped out my whole account. And I said, man, if it be the Lord, I'll get my money back. If not, it is what it is. And I got my money back from it. You know what I mean? So you gotta have faith in the Lord. Like, what if I didn't have faith? They just took it. Lord would have been like, I need to trust him, he gets it back. He's trusting in quantum things rather than the spiritual things. Because riches ain't gonna profit you nothing in the day of wrath, man. Bring it up.
Rejoicing in hope. Patient in tribulation. Continually.
You said patient in what?
Patient in tribulation.
Patient in tribulation. People want to hurry up and get the pain over with. Hey, pain is temporary, man. It don't last forever, man. You know, hey, some brothers might have infirmities for years, and then they go away. And you don't even remember the infirmity you had after a certain amount of time. That's cast out of your mind. Hey, because pain is temporary. We have to endure the pain that we go through on a day-to-day basis. Hey, brothers' feet hurt when they come out hurt. They back hurt when they come out hurt. And you go home, you lay down for a few hours, you're gone. It's not there no more. So the pain, hey, is only temporary, but the things that we building up out here is eternal, man. It's things that we can't see. It's things far greater than we could ever imagine. Read.
It says continually instant in prayer. Distributing to the necessities of saints. Given to hospitality.
This is the precept. This is the book of John, chapter 9, verse 2. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents, that he was born blind?
Hey, so some people don't do anything. Hey, was it him or was it his parents? Hey, because you paid for the sins of your forefathers, man. So, what do we say then? You're going to beat yourself up for something that isn't directly caused by you? It can be caused by your forefathers. Hey, look at all of us. We were destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Was that our fault? Did we want to grow up without knowledge? Did we choose that life? Did we choose to be in poverty? Did we choose to grow up on the streets? And none of us chose that life. Hey, but that's the lot that we had inherited. And that's the condition of the battle that we had to fight through. Just like this man. Was it him? Or was it his parents?
Jesus Yahushua answered, neither have this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest in him.
It was the works of God. You got 2 minutes for us, brother? 2 minutes for the words of the Lord.
Can you take a flyer, brother?
Okay, we are trying to tell our people who we are according to the Bible. Who's the nationality? Who can say the nationality? You got 2 minutes to talk about the Bible? This uplifts us to the spirits. This is what we need. This is what gets us right.
Book of Matthew, chapter 4, verse 4. But he answered and said, it is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God.
Got it. So we gotta live by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of God, brother. This is why we in such a low state. This is why we kind of go through the sorrowful things that we go through. Right? So this is what we need to start coming back to start living righteously. So, hey, when we go to these funerals, hey, like we was reading, hey, some stuff is set up to happen. Hey, some death is meant to happen, but it's all meant to happen because the Lord set it up to be that way. Hey, so brother, sometimes, hey, death isn't always a sorrowful thing. Hey, it depends on, I've looked into that. Death could be a cheerful thing because you gotta look at it like this. They not in this hellhole no more. You know what I mean? This place is nothing but captivity. Hey, we're urging to get out of here. You know what I mean? So just it's always a bad thing, man. The people in their life, and most of all sinners is according to these scriptures, and they die. Hey, it could be a beautiful thing, man. Hey, you endure it until the end. And that's what we out here teaching our people to do, is endure until the end. You know what I mean? We don't want to be out here just dying to die. You know what I mean? Getting killed in the street. Now that's a sorrowful thing. That's not something that our people should do. We should be hating each other.
Down. Yeah. My whole mentality be all.
Yeah. We did it. And I did it. All praises to the Most High.
This the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him.
Have you had a little bit of drink tonight? What's that?
This the book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of heavy heart.
Hey, you know, hey, it's nothing wrong to have a little drink. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah, and just chill out, man. You know, hey, it can relax you a little bit. You know, hey, you don't want to. You know, that's all to say. Hey, wine is a good thing at first. You know what I mean? You know, you don't want to overdo it.
Right, but look, I'm gonna put you in. Just think about this. Federal segregate what you feel, federal Christian, your thing. What you do. You let everybody in the mail, send the name, violated your court, sit, limit, told you on a legal sentence, and then we release you, how would you feel? They said, oh yeah, I be pissed at the motherfucker. I just did the whole bit and what?
Right.
Legal sentence.
Hey, and that's a curse that our people go through. And do you want to know why people go through these curses in the Bible? Do you want to know why the things that we go through what we go through?
I gave you an answer there. I didn't answer everybody.
Do you want to know why we go through those stuff? Bring that out first. Bring it out.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 9. Have not I commanded thee, be strong.
Be what?
Be strong. And of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed. For the Lord thy God is with thee.
Hey, the Lord thy God is with you. Don't be afraid. Hey, don't be faint-hearted out here. You know what I mean? Be strong. Hey, your brother or your sister might have passed away. Hey, be strong because they wouldn't want you being sorrowful. They wouldn't want you crashing out over what happened. You know what I mean? Hey, mourn for them, lift up, and continue their legacy on by doing what's right. You know what I mean?
I appreciate this conversation, man.
All praises, man.
It's the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse number 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and there shall no torment touch them.
Hey, so no torment is going to touch the righteous. And the righteous is doing what? According to thus saith the Lord, following his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's what we got to get back to doing. Hey, because if not, everybody's going to be able to touch it. The so-called right man's going to be able to unjustly throw you in jail. You know what I mean? He's going to be able to put a knee on your neck. He's going to be able to unload a clip in your back while you're walking away. They're going to be able to say, they're going to walk into your house and say, I thought it was my house, kill you, and get away with it.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with that, man.
Hey, anything that we do, they're going to do that. Why? Because that's our adversary. They're the devil that's lurking about trying to take us out of here. Because they don't like you, brother. They don't like none of the brothers. They damn for sure don't like this coming out. Because this gives us an identity. See what we got to be doing.
Hey, excuse me, check this out. I think that I sound this is the game. Then you do this no religion, man. So you look at every religion, incarceration is a game. And it's sad when they never but somebody's gonna learn more about the book.
That's all we got. We got to show our people love.
So in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery.
So when they die, hey, the unwise would be, sorrowful. He gave up to go to school, not knowing that, hey, like I said, it's better than living in this place all the time. You know what I mean? If you was righteous, then you got something to look forward to when you come back on this earth again. You read?
It says, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace.
But they are what?
But they are in peace.
And they in rest right now. They resting until it's their time to come back on this earth.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't want you mourning going that bad, man. They in a restful place right now. It sucks to lose somebody. We gotta take it and carry on the mission, right? Read.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 6. It's like 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
Hey, so be ye angry and sin not. Ain't like that. You know what I mean? But you don't want to go get vengeance back for what was happening. Yeah.
I put that out. I didn't put them out together. That whole little congregation, it's full of like the head down. They like, how you feel? They was like, how you feel about your situation? Everybody. They expect you to get out of this madman.
Right.
Do all this and all this and finally you go back.
Right.
I remember mine when I was in law out there. I was reading that book.
Right.
I know how to read a very intelligent. So
Right.
I know play along the games I play.
Yeah.
But the word gave me just like stuff to have fun.
Yep. Hey, 'cause they get so much money off of being in there.
They get $4,000 off each person every day.
And then on top of that, for them keeping a 90% incarceration rate, they getting incentive bonuses for that. Them keeping a certain amount of people locked up, they getting bonuses for that. So that's their whole job. Hey, it's not you innocent until proven guilty. It's guilty until proven innocent with us. Right. And the so-called white man, hey, he's innocent no matter what.
It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse number 9. Hear Israel, the commandments of life. Give ear to understand wisdom.
Right.
How happened in Israel that thou art in thy enemy's land, that thou art waxen old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead. Thou art counted with them that go down into the grave. Thou hast forsaken the thoughts of wisdom. For if thou wouldest have walked in the way of God, thou shouldest have dwelled in peace forever.
That's what we gotta do. We gotta be walking in the way of God so we can dwell. You don't have peace. We don't got rest in this place called earth. We still in the place of our captivity. We've never been released. So we're gonna teach. Teach you a little bit about who we are according to the Bible. But what would you say your nationality? What's something that you would put on a job application? Would it be a so-called African American? Okay. You can do it on 28. Actually, give me Isaiah 44.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, verse 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel,
And who?
and Israel, whom I have chosen.
So the Lord, He called us Israelites. He didn't call us so-called African Americans. But we would be Israelites, and more than likely, you would be from the tribe of Judah. And because these are things that the so-called white man has called us. The Lord never called us those things. The Lord never called you a Negro. The Lord never called you so-called colored. He never called you a slave. He never called you African. He never called you Afro-American. He never called you African-American. These are bywords that the so-called white man has put on. He knows who he is. He goes back to the Romans. He goes back to Ireland in 1600. They know where they go back to. Roger's our history started in 1619 when we got off the slave ship. Why? They don't know where we came from. They took us. How they don't know who we are? Right. They know who we are, brother. They just want to keep us in a lower state so we don't figure out who we are. Because if we figure out who we are, we know that we're the greatest people on the face of the earth, and there's no way that they could be above us.
What? Every day when I used to set on shit, I've been along out there. It's a book called The Unseen Black Hand. There's a white horse. About how they break it down, how they don't want certain food to go to no school or learn more.
Yeah.
It's deep, man.
That's why they had the red line. You're not getting the same education as Johnny over here. You can't do that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, an abomination out here walking with Daisy Dukes on.
Hey, this is thing though. I don't look boner than look. Hey, that's right for them. Stay right.
I'll say that not good. Now we're gonna show you who the Israelites are according to the Bible. I want you to tell us who this links up with nation people, right? Give me 15.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day.
If we don't listen unto the voice of the Lord thy God and do all that he has commanded us, something is going to happen to find out what that is. Right.
All these curses.
All these what?
All these curses.
Is a curse a good thing or a bad thing, brother? It could be both. Let's say I cursed you to fall and trip. Is that a bad thing? It's a bad thing. Curse is always a bad thing. Yeah, exactly. You can't curse somebody that I curse you to come up on $1 billion. People don't do that.
That's why I ask people to be out with it. You can take it to know a person.
Yeah. But that, so the curse in this context is a bad thing, right? And you bring it up.
Definition of curse: a solemn utterance intended to invoke a supernatural power to inflict harm.
To do what?
To inflict harm.
So that's what a curse is. To inflict harm
Or punishment on someone.
So a curse is never a good thing, brother. Now, as so-called African Americans, Hispanics, Native Americans, how do they live? How do we live? Is it cursed or is it blessed?
It's blessed.
It's blessed. Who lives on the street corners? Who's in all the so-called trap houses? Who's in all the jails unjustly?
Who live in the projects?
Who lives in the projects? Is it the so-called Asian man?
I ain't never seen it. I ain't never heard it.
What about an Indian man that he live on 63rd in Chicago?
I ain't never seen it.
What about the Peabody? Do you see a so-called white man with a suit and tie living down on the Peabody? You don't see that. So, brother, we live in the worst conditions.
That's right.
So, word curse. And let's see where word curse at.
Verse 16, curse shall thou be in the city.
Now, as we just stated, in the Peabody, on the 63rd in Chicago, and Detroit in the worst hood, who's cursed in those cities? We are. Now, let's read.
Curse shall thou be thy field.
Curse shall thou be in the field. Who's cursed in the cotton field? The sugarcane field? The tobacco field? Us. Hey, this book was written a long time ago, brother, and this is giving a prophecy. This is something that, hey, they foretold that was going to happen, and it came to pass. So this is a prophecy about who we are and that what we're going to go through in the end time for us to identify ourselves.
You know, how do you go? Like they did the Bible and all that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I used to grow up to know what's going on. Trying to talk a lot of stuff. I started like they're singing library down there. That's what slaves did. They held slaves in the
Over on the riverfront, the courthouse they used to sell them out there.
a couple blocks off.
Yeah.
There was nobody to go to that library. It's too much youth back
Yeah. They want you to think that, like I said, they want you to think this is so-called African American. They don't want you to really dig into these things because they said if you want to hire something from a so-called black man, where do you put it? In a book.
That's why I challenged it. That's why I stayed all out there in the book.
Right. Now let's read a few more curses and see what this fits. Give me 47.
This the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 38, verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger
Where do we have to go? Who do we have to go to go to Rosa Leader? Who owns Rosa Leader? Who owns all the stores that we have to go to eat? What nation of people? It's gonna get more. Just see, it's gonna get more, bro.
In hunger
In hunger
and in thirst.
and thirst. Where you gotta go to get your Ice Mountain water, your poor water? Where you gotta go? Who makes all that? Who owns the facilities for all the water tanks? But it's more.
In nakedness.
Nakedness. The clothes you got, brother. You gotta get them from who? Yeah. We can't get away from them. You wanna know why? Because we're still in the land of our captivity and we've never been free to this day.
Right.
We might have got out of physical chains, like you point at your head, we never got out of a mental chain.
One day, I was like 16, 17. That was, you got a river though. Remember, Norwood Plaza. Norwood Plaza though.
I know what flower.
I'm in Foot Locker, so I'm looking at all the heads. I said, man, this is not a piece. Every hat here represents the game.
Yeah.
And then when we stick this together, we put it all together. They want to kill each other off the color and the symbol on the head.
Yeah.
I said, man, life deep, man.
It is. And if you just want to keep willy-nilly walking down the street, it'll go over your head. It'll go over your head, brother. And I'm glad you got the discernment to understand these things, because a lot of our people don't. And we walk out here and we think that this is the only way.
And look, guess what though? I walk past shop all the time. I'm talking about I go past shop all the time. I might not stop it, because you know what? I became antisocial when I was young. After growing up, being locked up in jail, it ain't nothing but foolishness.
Yeah. Hey, because them people, they low-key want to stay in there. Some people don't care if they get more time.
What I'm saying?
That's comfortable. They comfortable now.
They think the shit cute.
Yeah.
They think it's cute. I used to have 4 years, turn that 4 years into 20 years, man.
Yep.
Turn the show off in front of somebody that don't give a fuck about it.
Hey, do this. Go do this.
Hey, I got an older brother. He was in jail from the moment he was 16 until he was 40, like in and out. Like every time he got out, he go right back in because he's more comfortable in jail than he was out here in the institutionalized.
Yeah, they're accustomed to jail life more than the outside world. Hey, cause what you got? You got 3 hots and a cot.
Right.
You eat horrible food in there. You around nothing but men.
Oh, listen. All that food is stuff that we look at TV. Stuff that fill up the 18-wheeler. They get you all up. I'm dead serious. Because I used to work in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at these boxes. Back in the field. They used to put that man. It's old. They get no family. I was looking out for the
There's no money.
They forced this shit. It's turned shit inside.
Yeah, it's slop. They feed you straight slop. It doesn't even look edible. That's how I know it's not edible.
That's why, you know what I was on? I was on common fur. You know what fur is?
That's what you get the foods in there?
It's processed food, already processed, already been touched.
Eat it up.
Vegetables, good stuff.
See that? Yeah, that kosher.
Kosher, yeah. I read about the straw. Hey, look. Hey, straw man act, all that. 4 hours, 40 acres of meal that.
Right. But
it's there, but you got to be intelligent and go read.
Well, there's another thing with that too, brother. You don't. The 40 acres and a mule just isn't enough.
Insane.
Yeah. It'd be cool if they give it to us. But that's not enough.
No.
You gotta pay more than that.
A lot of people don't do it.
They give it right back.
Look,
Yeah, that's not, look, brother. Is the 40 acres and a mule gonna pay for that? Is the 40 acres and a mule gonna pay for that? How about that? None of that 40 acres and a mule ain't gonna pay. Give me numbers 35 and 33. Yeah, because it's that's what it is. That's why they give our people money to begin with. Because they want to sell us a facade that we could have that one day. They tell you what, just work harder, brother.
What they call it, the American dream.
The American dream.
They say niggas are lazy.
Just work harder. You lazy and you work for 400 years for free. Work harder. You ain't work harder enough. That's what they'll tell you to your face. How evil and diabolical is you to sit there and to play this mind game?
When I 60, 65, I retired though.
Hey, now they moving it up to 70, brother.
You see what I'm saying?
Now they moving it up. And if you didn't work your whole life and put it in a 401k or Roth IRA, and you're done for, you're going to have to work until you die. Bring this up.
Yeah, that's right there. That's
It's the book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 33. So ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are.
They polluted the land with blood. They polluted the land with death. Right? Read.
For blood it defileth the land.
The blood of us, our forefathers, so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics, our blood defiled this land. They walk on stolen land to this day and tell us to go back home. Read.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein.
So the land can't be cleansed of that blood, but by what?
But by the blood of him that shed it.
We don't want the 40 acres in a mule. We want their damn head. That's what we want. We want it back in blood.
Oh.
That's what we want. We want our reparations back in blood.
right, bro.
Right. We don't. Hey, all that hunky dory. Oh, we can get along. Ooh, we don't want that. Go ahead.
Hey, they paid them reparations right after they so-called freed the slaves.
Yeah.
They got paid free though.
Yeah, because it hurt them to free us.
And look, and then they also did give out land and stuff, but then they had ways they had insurance companies that was able to take all that property and stuff back and give it back to their families.
Yeah. They swindled. And then even if they did, because they did give certain people 40 acres and a mule, but you know what they did? They went in there, they tore them into those people, and eventually they killed them and took their land back anyway.
You're just like the 5 billionaires. Why would you go all the way down
To the sea.
for what?
Doing what they do. They trying to
You
be
got
conniving.
their money.
Look, it's a good thing.
And simple country mind.
Yeah, and it's a good thing that they down there wherever they at, they're not coming back. We don't need them. Hey, more of them need to go down there and not come back. We'd rather that they not on Earth no more. We don't want even. I'm tired of seeing Becky and Saul walk up and down the street.
They was half giving it. They was giving that money.
Yeah.
Who's like that much sister to go all the way down there? So what? I don't need to do that. Yeah. I don't need none of that. That's sad too, bro.
Hey, family, hear this. Let me hear this scripture real quick. I'm reading this scripture. I want to see who y'all think this lines up with in the Bible. Y'all believe in the Bible? All praise. 40 and 22 for you.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
What people does that sound like? They hid in prison houses. They snared in holes. Yeah, snare means a trap. Who's in the trap and in the prison house? What nation of people? This brother was a victim of being unjustly put into prison. How long was it?
14 years.
14 years.
They gave me 235 months. That's 19 years, 7 months. I get a letter up under the door saying they sorry. They violated my 4th, 5th, and 6th amendment. And then they got to release me, immediate release. I lost all my family doing all that time.
Does a sorry make up for that, brother?
No.
A sorry don't make up for that.
So just think if I would have played the game right and did what y'all supposed to do right in that building up there, I would have got to see all my family. all my family.
You ain't got a chance to build a family.
Yeah, I ain't seen none of my family.
This is in the Bible. This is lining up with our people. Now what we out here doing is we trying to tell our people who we are according to the Bible. Because contrary to popular belief, most of our people be called so-called African Americans, so-called blacks. But that black is just a color, and African American is the last name of two so-called white men who we don't derive from. So we're trying to tell our people who are we in the Bible. You do Deuteronomy 28:68. Well, we get it first.
This is the book.
We're gonna show a curse that's in the Bible. This is a hit home curse. We already read a few curses this brother. We're gonna see who this lines up with.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
So y'all know what the Moses had freed the Israelites out of Egypt. He had to go to Pharaoh and say, let my people go. If you gotta go tell somebody that they're doing what in Egypt, if you gotta tell somebody to let my people go, they're being held what?
Yeah, and guess what, man?
So they were slaves in Egypt. So that word Egypt is synonymous with bondage, right? Read.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So when we heard the word Egypt, we didn't think of the physical place Egypt. We thought of slavery again. I'm gonna send you back into Egypt, aka slavery again. That's what we're doing 400 years there. You read?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
How do we get over here to America, brother? How do we get over here to America? What form of transportation? Did we walk over here? Boat.
Hey,
We got over here on slave ships. The Bible said this, prophesied this over 2,000 years ago. So this being a prophecy, it means that what? It has to be true. So the things that we're reading is fitting a certain group of people, and we're trying to figure out who this group of people is. And it sounds like it's lining up with the so-called African Americans, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? Keep reading on that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships. By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
You're not going to see your homeland no more again. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Unto your enemies.
Who were we sold to once we got off them slave ships? What group of people? White people. And the Lord called them our what? Huh? The Lord called them our what? We were sold to our who? Let's read it one more time.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Unto your enemies.
Friends.
Unto your enemies.
We were sold unto our enemies. And you can attest that we were sold to the so-called white man. So that would make him our what? Our enemies. You would agree with that? Y'all agree with that?
that's sad, man.
So we were sold to our enemies, can we read?
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
We were sold for slave man and slave woman, and that word buying in Hebrew means redeemed. No one has came and redeemed us out of this captivity. We had Nat Turner, we have Malcolm X, Martin Luther King. We have plenty of people try to redeem us out of this captivity that we in. But we've never been able to get out of this captivity. We're still in the land of our captivity today. They get to trot up and down here on stolen land like it's a game. They think it's funny. They look down upon us still. They look at us like we're the ones that have committed the atrocities, the genocides around the earth, when it's really them.
But as long as we sit back and we point the finger, that is exactly what's going to happen. We as a people, solo, got to get ourselves together. Just like every other race that has done it. Can you hear me out for a second?
Go ahead.
Every other race that has done it, everybody has eventually helped themselves out of the situation where they was in the Indians.
What situation have they ever been in?
That's what I'm getting to.
When has the white man ever put a foot on their neck? Because the Asians and all them.
And I'm agreeing with you.
I know, but the Asians and all them, they didn't lift themselves up. When they come over here, what do they get? Grants, loans, business loans. They can sit up and open up anything that they want. You can't do that.
I appreciate what it is that y'all doing out here because for some reason, our race has a tendency to tear each
Right.
I don't see no other race doing that shit.
No.
And we don't sit and just act like it's them that's fucking us up. It's us that's fucking us.
It is. Now,
Right or wrong?
it is. So the thing first we have to do, we have to recognize who our enemy is. The second thing we have to do is recognize what we have to do. Because if you never separate from your enemy, you will never get right with the people that you're supposed to love. We're supposed to love our brothers. We're supposed to love our sisters. We're supposed to love our kids.
Right.
That is a curse that's put on our people because we didn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right. Bring this out.
There's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you.
The men back in the day, they used to be tender, loving, caring. Hey, you know how many people, they see us out here, they don't even care to bother what we're doing. They don't want to hear it. They just see us and, I see a group of people that look like me spreading something positive. You know what? Y'all not selling drugs, shaking you know what, and doing all matters of wickedness. Y'all not talking about weed. Y'all not talking about popping bottles. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, Zakar, what the sister say last night at Will House? She said, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit. I'm trying to shake ass.
I'm not trying to hear nothing you saying. I'm trying to go in here and shake something. But that's the way our people want to live. But it's a curse. Keep reading.
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
So now, instead of him being kind, tender, and delicate, asking how you doing, asking how your family doing, now he put his hand in his pocket when you walk past. Now he mugging you from across the street. Now he asking you, is you good?
Now it's risky.
Yeah. Are you good? What's up with them? You know what I mean? Where's that animosity for the so-called white man? Where's that animosity for these other nations of people that when they really are the ones afflicting harm on us? We shouldn't be afflicting harm on each other. Why go rob someone that's in the same situation you are in? Why not go out to where they got all the money at? Our people are destroyed. We crabs in a bucket, but we gotta understand, yeah, we pulling each other back down, but who put us the hell in the bucket? You read.
And toward his wife.
And he's gonna have an evil eye towards his wife, right?
Of his bosom. And towards his remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Who's that sound like? They leave their children. What's that sound like? This is a curse that's put on our people. We hate our brothers, we hate our women, and we hate our children. That's why we got so many single parent households. They all pray to the Most High and slowly starting to turn. Men are starting to be back in our children's lives because that's what we need. That's something that is important to our young women and our young men out here. We need a father figure in the household. We need a mother in the household to teach them, to show them the loving, kind, and caring side, and a father to enforce that discipline and show them a little tough love from time to time. Keep reading. That was it on that. That was it on that. So, yeah, we out here doing, brother, we out here to uplift our people. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6 real quick. Because contrary to popular belief, it's a lot of. Yeah, bring this up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people.
Holy means separate, right?
Unto the Lord thy God.
Separate unto the Lord thy God.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
He has chosen us. He's chosen a certain group of people, read.
To be a special people.
Special people.
Unto himself. Above all people.
Equal.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
We are a special people. We better than everybody. Sports, dancing, cooking, cleaning, dressing, you name it. You can flip a coin, turn your back. Anything it land on, we better than them at. They let us know, oh, we're going to be better than them at that. Anything that we do, oh, who do you think of when you first think of golf? Tiger Woods. Right. Hey, that's a predominantly white sport. You know what I mean? Any sport that you can think of, and we the best at it. Because we're the greatest people on the face of earth. But we got to come back to start following these laws, statutes, and commandments so we can be the greatest people on the face of earth.
You know what? You know what though? Like bro say right here, we start with each individual.
It do.
Start with us, man.
It start with us taking accountability.
I pass by here all the time. I heard the word. I keep my ear to it.
They like to say, people like to thrive off negativity.
They do.
They like to thrive off seeing each other not do
We got
to get away from that shit.
Yeah, and like you say, that's a curse. And it comes from Stockholm syndrome too. We love our oppressor so much that we hate our own people. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Now give me Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. I'm gonna end it off with this and pass it to the next mighty speaker. One second. I'm gonna read this. The next mighty speaker gonna come up and answer your question, brother.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
So this is the whole conclusion while we out here. This is the whole thing. If you didn't get nothing else from what we say, grasp this, brother and sister.
Fear God.
Do what?
Fear God. And keep his commandments.
And what?
And keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
So we gotta fear God and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. This is how we're gonna get out of this captivity that we're in. This is how we're gonna get back on top as the ruling class of people. Because they're not better than us. We shouldn't be at the bottom, but we are. But like I said, we broke the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
Overcame Babylon, we Israel, now we girded up. Ever since we came into the truth, we got our birdies up. Eat this Mac, think you funny, watch how it'll burn you up. I live 3 miles down, bout a Sabbath journey up. Esau see us coming up, just watch how we just turn him up. In the kingdom, keep the law, we gon' have them double dutch. Occupy till I come, go ahead and eat this honey up. Anytime I see a blood moon, it got me jumping up. Esau doing coke, yeah, now he fandy up. I done got my spirit up, now let's just see what's up.